Alright, I'm here with a brand new pickup video going over my pickups for the last 2 or 3 weeks. July, kind of ending off July, getting into August 2019. July is always one of my slowest months, probably my slowest month of the garage sale season, because everyone's, like I've said, everyone either has it to start off the year, or they have it to before the season ends. So kind of right in the middle, not really a great time. Got a few things, nothing huge though, but some interesting stuff and some good deals. I'll go into my new releases first, some newer releases of stuff I picked up. I picked up, for the Switch, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which I played through it, had fun with it, it was a good time. It's a pretty fun game, nothing more. It's better than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it was pretty fun, some cool systems in there, pretty rewarding. I don't know, if you like Marvel, if you want something entertaining on your Switch, I'd say give it a go. I also then picked up Fire Emblem Three Houses. Kind of weird that they did them, Nintendo published both of these games a week apart from each other, and then there was nothing, absolutely nothing coming out for the Switch like the first part of the year besides the port of Mario U. So, kind of weird, I don't really know, but I've been really enjoying this. Been playing it a lot, really enjoying it. Probably my favorite Fire Emblem gameplay wise. It is just really kind of brought the series up to a new level, I think. It really added a lot to it. Pretty cool. And then I picked this up. This was on sale. Not a new release. It's newer though. It's still pretty recent. I picked up a copy of Bloodstained on PS4. They had it on sale at Best Buy for $30, and it came with this pretty cool steelbook case for free. You just got it shipped there for free, or shipped with it for free. So I thought that was pretty cool. I thought the art was pretty cool, so I figured, it's like 30 is a good price for it anyway on sale, and I get the steelbook, which was only at Best Buy, I believe, which is kind of a bummer for people who backed this game on Kickstarter years ago, because you don't get the steelbook. But yeah, here's the inside as well. I got a Switch cartridge part as well as for the disc. So that's neat. Another kind of interesting, weird find I got was from Kohl's, of all places. This stuff was deeply discounted at Kohl's. And these were actually, my dad picked these up. He was at Kohl's, my parents were at Kohl's, and he was in the back part where they keep their electronics, and he found this HDMI cable here for, as you can see, 14 cents, 99% off. And he also found 2 games there, nothing special, but they were 37 cents each or something like that, for 2 copies of MLB The Show for 37 cents, which is really just weird. Obviously, no one really cares about picking up a copy of MLB The Show anymore because it's a 5-year-old sports game, but 37 cents, you use that for the case or something, I guess, but pretty weird overall. I guess look at your local Kohl's. They might be deeply discounting some of their games. I don't know. Yeah, I'll go into my garage sale finds now. I'm here with my Friday finds now. I went out Thursday a little bit, didn't find anything. I went to one sale that was on Facebook. I drove 25 minutes to get there. It said vintage video games. I messaged them on Facebook to see if they would get back to me, let me know what they had and everything, and if it was still there. And I never got a response, so I just went out there anyway. Like, took 25 minutes to get there. I get there. There was a couple PSP movies, like a PS2 Dance Dance Revolution, and some Genesis games that were nothing too special, and they were $5 each. Nothing there being worth $5, so I just went home. And as soon as I get home, the woman finally actually messaged me back and sends me pictures of everything that was there. And I was like, oh, that would have been great, an hour ago. So I could have saved time, but oh well. I went on Friday and did pretty all right. Went to a few places, didn't find anything. I went to like a street sale. I think there were 6 people in this neighborhood having a sale. And I walked up to this one. I saw a Wii and a stack of games. The games are marked at $5 a piece, which with Wii games, pretty much $5 a piece for most games is not a good deal right now. So you got to be pretty selective of what you grab. I grabbed a Mario Kart Wii. It's going to need a new case. The case is cracked. But everything else was fine. No manual, unfortunately, but the discs look good. Everything was fine there. So that's one I'll pay $5 for, but the only other decent game they had is a Galaxy, but that game not really worth paying more than $1 for at this point, unless you want it for your collection. But for resale, it's not really worth more than paying $1. I also picked up their Wii system for $20. I figured why not. I had everything with it. I have extra doors. You can buy the controller doors off of like AliExpress for I think $1 for a package that comes with all 3 doors from the system. And they work pretty well. They look the same. They feel the same. So I would do that if you need extra doors. But it came with a bunch of accessories. It came with this bag of stuff here with the power adapter and the video cable and the sensor bar and a Wii wheel. And then bag 2 came with a charger as well as, let me see, a pink remote, a white remote, and 3 nunchucks. I think there's 3 remotes somewhere in here. I don't know. But, you know, for $20, that's not too terrible, and I was all the way out there. This is an area I don't actually go garage sailing very often in, because it doesn't ever seem like there's anything going on up there, but it might be, I don't know. I've only ever been out there. I actually go out there somewhat commonly, but I've never really been garage sailing out there. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but pretty good on that one. And then on that same street sale, I walked over to another sale. They had another Wii out for $20, but it didn't come with anything. So I passed on that. But I definitely did not pass on this for $10. This is the first thing I saw at their sale. Was a GameCube. Had a memory card. Pretty decent shape. It's a little dirty, but it had the power brick, but it did not have a right video cable, which is fine. I can replace that. The power brick's a little harder to get, a little bit more expensive to replace. And then it also came with a copy of Pokemon Coliseum, which I do not have. No, I don't have that one. So that's pretty good. Missing manual, unfortunately. Disc probably is going to need resurfaced. I'm going to probably take it to Stone Age to get resurfaced next time I'm out there. Because it's not terrible, but not great. But I also got another bigger find that I'll cut to now and show that. But pretty overall decent game finds. Nothing spectacular, but better than I was doing the last couple weeks. My last bigger find here was this Trinitron, Sony Trinitron TV. These are great retro gaming TVs. I have a small one for testing. I was looking for another TV, another retro TV to throw in the game room. And this was at a garage sale for $2. They only had $2 marked on this whole TV. And you can see they have here, got it at Circuit City, June 14th, 2000. I guess for $578.82. But yeah, this should be good. I haven't tested it yet, but it'll probably work. And for $2. What's more inconvenient is trying to get rid of it if it doesn't. But I'm hoping to do something with this so I can have 2 retro TVs set up for my retro gaming stuff. Here then with my Friday finds. I went out Thursday. Once again, not much going on. Didn't find anything. I went to a neighborhood sale. Probably hit about 25 sales in that neighborhood. Didn't really see anything. There was a GameCube that was $15, but it had no cables whatsoever. And you know, I'd probably put another $15 into getting parts just to sell it, and it's just not worth it for me at that point. Only, you know, it's not having $30 into it, especially if it doesn't end up working, that I'm eating $15. So passed on that. Not a very good neighborhood sale for games. It was packed, but it was all old people. But I saw some PS3 games for like $8 each. Just stuff like that. Not a very good neighborhood sale for games. But I did go out Friday, picked up a few things. It was all sign chasing. I didn't have anywhere specifically to go, so I had some errands I had to get done, and I just chased some signs the whole way. And here is what I found. First one here, I'm just checking these discs first to see. I never actually looked at them. Both look pretty good. First one here, found a sign. The sale wasn't opening until 10, but they were setting up, and I saw Games for the Road when I was driving by it, so I stopped. Nothing really good. A bunch of really bad Wii games and some PS3 stuff. A lot of Rock Band and Guitar Hero stuff like that. But none of the ones, you know, there are some Rock Band and Guitar Heroes worth picking up to sell on eBay. There's some of them go for good money, but these are all the ones that don't. But I did grab these two. They had $2 a game on their games, but I offered $3 for these two. 2 copies of Wii Sports. These always are good for eBay. I put them up, I think, at $12.99, and I've probably had 6 or 7 of them at this point this year. Every single one of them has been bought by this same guy. He must have a bot that's going out and buying all these Wii Sports. But yeah, $3 for those two, pretty good. Hopefully I can ship them in the same package to that guy, because I've listed 2 at once and they have just gone to the exact same guy. Went to another sale that I happened to find and picked up some 3DS games they had just sitting out on the table no one had bought. They're marked at $2 each. I left a couple behind. Some just like movie tie-in, like Wreck-It Ralph and Disney Planes and stuff like that, just whatever. But I grabbed pretty much everything else. They also had a system. It was original model, that teal-like system from the one that I bought for $250 back in 2011 because I was a moron. I should have waited till the price dropped. But I did grab these here for $2 each. Lego City Undercover, The Chase Begins, which I remember actually being pretty decent, kind of open world game on 3DS when I played it. The Brunswick Pro Bowling, this is actually surprisingly like a $15 game you can get out of it. I can't imagine why. I know the Wii U one's kind of hard to find. Maybe this one is too. And this is an old Buyback sticker, which Buybacks is this chain of probably the worst media store of all time. Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. I've heard decent things about this one. I think it was developed by Way Forward, but I might be wrong. I can't remember who did this. It was someone notable, and I've heard it's a pretty decent 2D platformer. So there's some other good Mickey games, like the Genesis Castle Illusion, World of Illusion are pretty good, so I figure that's worth a pickup. Then the better games here, New Super Mario Bros. 2, another Buyback sticker. I don't know why they didn't just go to the exchange. Because the Buybacks used to have an exchange like right across the street from it. They would always put their Buyback stores right next to exchange, and then it would get driven out of business. It was ridiculous. And then probably the best one in there, Pokemon Moon for $2. So that's all I found on Friday. Not too great of a day, but I found stuff at least. July is always a slow month because either everyone does their garage sale in May or June to get out there first, or they start realizing that the summer's almost over and they got to get their garage sale done, so they do it in August and September. So July has been, in the 6 years I've been doing garage sailing, has always been a very slow month. So hopefully things will start to pick up soon. Then here for my garage sale finds, starting at August on the Thursday. Wasn't too many sales going on. I went to one sale. The guy had a GameCube with no cables or controllers or games for $35, which I passed on pretty heavily. As well, I went to a local collector I know in the area who was having a garage sale where he was going to sell a bunch of game stuff he had. And he let me into a back bedroom he has where he has it like full of... it's a full spare bedroom full of like just games, full of doubles that he has. Just absolutely tubs full of just random doubles he has. So I dug through some of the stuff I might be interested in. Trying to finish off that N64 library. So I only ended up finding, he had a ton of manuals and there was nothing I needed there. I only ended up finding 3 games that I needed for my N64 collection. He had a ton of like NES stuff, but I'm not really looking for that right now. Plus, if I would have looked through everything he had in there, I'd have been there all day. But I did pick up a copy of South Park Rally, as well as Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2, and Elmo's Number Journey, which he gave to me, all 3 of them for $10, which is pretty good. Wouldn't have probably picked up, they're all filler titles, but I wouldn't have probably picked those up for, about roughly $3 each anywhere else. So it was a good deal. So that was end up being pretty cool. I'm going into my Friday finds now. Like I said, just kind of been slow lately. Didn't have a whole heck of a lot of sales here on Friday, but I did go to because we're kind of done with the whole neighborhood sale. There's not really too many going on these days, or the allotment sale. So just kind of trying to go to individual sales. Hit up a sale that on Craigslist said Xbox 360 and games, just to see if they'd have anything else. They didn't. They had a couple GameCube manuals, but the kid said he was from out of town. He didn't have the stuff with him, so I don't know. Well, the guy, I guess, he's not really a kid. I don't know why I said that. Got a couple of original Xbox games here. Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Bard's Tale. Those were $2 each. And then I got he had this out on the table as well that I grabbed for $25, an Xbox 360. This is the last model they did. I think they called it the Xbox 360E for the extra slim one. Has everything in here for $25. So it's a good deal. He said it works. It's a bit beat up, a little scratched, but it's not too bad. It's only 4 gig, so $25 is not a great deal. But he said that if I bought that, he would throw this in. So I got this for free for buying that. And it is a original model 360. He said it got red ringed though, but that wasn't as much as I was interested in, because for free I got the whole red ring system. I got here one wireless 360 controller, one wired 360 controller, all the cables for a 360, and the system here with the hard drive on it, a 20 gig hard drive. So I figured if I bought that for $25 and I also got all this stuff, not too horrible of a deal there. So I picked it up, $31 in total at that sale. I will make a decent amount of money off of that stuff. Nothing crazy, but it was worthwhile. Next sale I went to then, it was going on Thursday. Because I asked about, after I bought this stuff, I asked if they had any more stuff. And they said that someone was there yesterday and bought all the other game stuff, which I find odd that they just wouldn't buy this stuff too. They also had some DS games, like some good DS games, just sitting on a shelf in the back of the garage. And I asked about them, but they weren't for sale for some reason. I don't know why they were out. She said they weren't for sale yet. But what I did pick up, this is kind of weird. I'll start first. I picked up a white Wii U system, which you don't see this one very often. This was the 8 gigabyte one that they only ever had at launch. And around launch, they never re-released the white one after that. It was only the black one from there on out. But it has everything. The system, which is in pretty good shape, a little dusty, but otherwise fine. And then the gamepad, which looks fine. Nothing, sticks are good and everything. The screen looks like it's fine. All the buttons feel okay. It has the gamepad charger, which is good. That's important. And yeah, everything's good there. It has a sensor bar, and it has the power adapter. So that was good. I don't know if I said it. It was marked at 40 here, as you can see. I picked that up, and they had this Wii in there for 20. And I offered 50 for both of them, and they happily took that. This Wii is weird, though, because there's a skin on it I don't really quite get. It's really not very high quality, but it's Mario Racing Pac-Man in Mario Kart. And then you can see it's starting to say Mario Kart, but it got cut off. So I don't know if they printed themselves out or someone does these skins or something. It looks horrible. I mean, you can see the Wii here. That's not really, it's all pixelated. And then the actual Wii logo is right here, so it doesn't even line up. So this looks terrible. I'm not sure where this came from. The only time Pac-Man ever raced Mario in Mario Kart was in the Namco arcade versions of Mario Kart. So it seems weird that they would make a Wii skin for that and not for, real, not for like Mario Kart Wii or something. Hopefully this thing works. It didn't come with any cables. It came with a controller and a nunchuck. No cables though. You can see some of the foam is missing, so it might seem like something might have got jammed in there. Hopefully this works, but I paid $10 for that. So I got the pair of that for $50. But overall, not horrible. Better day than I've had in a while, which is kind of sad. But I did pick some stuff up. I got some decent stuff, and I'll have to check out this Bard's Tale. I know Bard's Tale is an old like Commodore series. I didn't know they made a new one, but I'll add this to the collection. It's in good shape and complete. It still has the, weirdly enough, it still has the Xbox seal that they put on them, but it also has like GameStop stickers on it. So I'm not sure why they would put somehow the seal remained on there, despite went through GameStop as well as this guy. I don't know. But yeah, not bad overall. And then for my Saturday finds of this week, nothing big. There was a big event going on in my city, so hardly anyone at all was having a garage sale. But I did manage to go to very few garage sales, less than 10, I'd say. I went to the flea market as well. It was horrible. Usually after the first week, probably 6 weeks of the flea market being open, it just goes downhill. But I did pick this up for $5, a Wii system with the video cables. It's really gross. This thing's disgusting. It's missing both the doors on the top, and it looks like someone broke off this plastic here at the bottom. I've never seen anyone do this before. And broke off some of the plastic here, so I don't know if this is going to work. But it was $5. I get some video cables at the very least. It came with a Wii board, which I'm going to give to the thrift store. I do not want that. It's funny, though. The thrift store, it's like a charity store that I donate any kind of random garbage that I don't want, that I'm not going to sell or bother trading. And they have a whole part in the back that's not just me, but a lot of different people giving them. They have probably 15 Wii Fit boards just stacked in the back of the store. It's kind of depressing. And they're going to get one more. I hate to break it to them. But yeah, that's all for this video then. Leave a comment if you've enjoyed. Leave a like. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Leave a comment with what you've picked up lately. Tell me if it's been good for you lately or if it's been pretty rough out at the sales. I've always seen July as being my worst month, even in years past. But I want to see if anyone has any different opinion on that. Follow me on Twitter at ObjoGaming. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You probably hit the bell or something. I don't know. I'll see you next time.